Good news for the markets this morning. They are up in pre-market trading. Kind of tried to rally yesterday, lost at the end of the day, but continuing that momentum now. And even better news, oil is down a couple percent. Will that last? We don't know, but we'll take any small movement that way. Let's bring in Dr. Snaith. He is the director of UCF Institute for Economic Forecasting. Dr. Snaith, always good to have you on the program. Good morning.
Good morning.
So as you know, we already had some major inflation worries before the invasion triggered these higher prices. So how concerned are you for the economy right now?
Well, I think we're dealing with a really layer cake of economic issues that can be traced back to our COVID-19 policies. So, as you mentioned, we already had high inflation in place. We already had high gas and oil prices. The supply chain is still troubled, and the labor market has not fully recovered. And the Fed is going to have to switch very quickly this year into a mode where they're trying to fight inflation, which means they're going to be raising interest rates, which will have a slowing effect on the economy.
So if the conflict ends, we could see a big drop in oil prices. But what if we don't? And how bad could it get? And how do you see supply-demand issues that are out there that were already a problem before this?
Right. So when oil prices collapsed in 2020, producers responded by reducing the number of rigs that were active, and then we opened the economy back up. Demand surged, travel resumed, schools reopened, and so forth. And all that demand ran into this reduced ability to produce, and prices began their climb. Now, this was only exacerbated by Russia's invasion of Ukraine. So there's a lot of uncertainty about the conflict, how it's going to play out. I think that's why you're seeing some wavering in oil prices today. There's still not clear what the ultimate effect is going to be, but we are moving into spring break season, en route to Memorial Day, and historically gas prices tend to rise over that period. So it's very likely we could see prices rise further before they stabilize, and then ultimately they will come back down. But it's going to take quite a few months here for oil companies to catch up.
Yeah, and we've seen Central Florida tourism rebound so well from all that was thrown at it. But now we talk about gas and inflation, those poor people driving from the north, how much they'll pay here. So how big a challenge is that going to be for attractions if this gets to $5.50 a gallon?
Well, I think it'll be significant because it's not just gasoline, it's jet fuel as well. And households are paying more across the board. We saw over the past year, used car prices are up 40%. Grocery costs are higher. So, wages have risen over the past year, but unfortunately they haven't risen fast enough to keep up with the cost of living. And so while you have more money in your paycheck in many instances, it's able to buy less goods and services. And so that could certainly take the edge off of leisure spending and tourism.
Yeah, a lot of Americans being forced into some tough decisions. Dr. Snaith, always appreciate your insight and time. Thanks.
Thank you.
By the way, we want to know if you're changing your habits because of the meteoric rise in gas prices as well. Coming up at our 9 o'clock hour, we're going to talk with an expert, and we want to hear if you're changing those habits because of the prices. Just go to Fox 35 Orlando on the Facebook page. You can leave a comment, and your comment could be read on air. Certainly a lot of people making those decisions.